ya estamos aquí de vuelta en Stanley Parable y el día de hoy continuamos.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Ah, pues sí, es aquí.
Oh,
Vale, vamos a ver el
good.
nuevo
You noticed my
contenido.
sign.
Y
Yes,
estoy
I have
mirando varios
something very
finales.
exciting to show you.
Estoy mirando varios finales para hacer. Pero son una movida. Es como. Tenemos que volver a la pasarela. Bueno, al montacargas y volvemos a tirar. Vale, a ver. Ese ya me lo quitan. Por lo menos no me voy a tragar toda la cinemática. Espero que no sea tan largo. Y ahora.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable
final,
and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
No, eso no lo hizo yo.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Pero bueno, eso que no me voy a ver todo eso, es enorme. Free New Massisi Trophy. ¿Qué dije? No sé qué pone allí. Free Trophy. Vale.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you're... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
¿Y ahora qué? ¿Me pierdo aquí o cómo? No entiendo nada. Es que ahora dónde me he metido. Es que veis, en plan, quiero hacer una cosa y me veo mil movidas, pero bueno, supongo que si ese no es el último será
What
el
other
siguiente.
exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Quiero salir de aquí.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Ninguna. ¿Puedo salir, porfa? A ver aquí. Me gusta más... esa.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday,
Vale.
step-niece, it is.
Sobrinastra.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on. Come now, you've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
Bombísima, ¿no? Tengo que ver todas las posiciones del DS.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long
Dios,
as you
un
hold on
cubo.
to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive
Disonancia
dissonance
cognitiva.
while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest,
Había al final
it's a
también
much
un-
more convenient solution for
Había
me
también un final
than actually
donde
redesigning the game to be less
donde le das a on y
uncomfortable.
off
Can you
la de la
imagine what a
máquina
pain in
esa
the
que
ass that
dije,
would
por aquí
be?
me puedo tirar,
Yes,
pero ¿y qué consigo?
the
Pues ese es
bucket
un
is
final.
the perfect solution. Come on.
Y el
give
final
it a
ese que pone
try.
Joe Win también es un final.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of
Me da
charisma
carisma,
as well?
puede ser, ¿no? Tengo
I
ahora.
think that just holding it has
Carismático.
made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Mola. No me quitarán el cubo, ¿no?
Does anyone give out awards for most
Vale.
enjoyable
Ya he venido
bucket
por
in a
aquí,
video
entro por
game?
aquí.
That really should be an award if it isn't already.
He ido por allí. Vale. The name of the player that is playing the game. ¿Cómo?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really
Subir,
want?
submol,
And
yeah,
of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that... Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name,
Qué
whatever
guapo,
name
tío.
that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the
Jim.
full experience
Vale.
of this feature.
Soy
Just
Jim.
play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Me llamo Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise,
perdón.
it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Soy Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked
Vale.
very hard on?
¿Me deja salir? Ah, por aquí no se puede salir. Vale, entonces eso es el contenido nuevo ultra deluxe, ultra mega imponente, ¿no? Vale, y
Maybe
eso
I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable.
solo la gente
An
se...
epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Vale. Infinite Hall, coleccionable, Haz mundial de la configuración. ¿Cómo? Pues nada. Vale, pues me queda solamente... Ay, mira el chito. El trofeo, el agujero infinito. Coleccionables. Eso gira. Sí, gira. ¿Qué es eso? Espérate. Eso es muy tocho. Salida. Círculo de salto. A ver, yo quiero ver las cosas. Vamos a ver los coleccionables.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's
Yo.
truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You
Encima
simply
cerca, ¿eh? Lo
collect
que
all
es.
of them, and then
No
you
me digas,
move the
amigo.
hell on with your unremarkable.
Dios, ¿qué es eso? Qué guapo, tú.
God, it really
Vale,
is the
eso
worst
no
when
me
you
queda
collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward.
Yo
Calling
aquí.
it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement
por ahí entramos.
right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
¿Y ahora qué?
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about...
What?
Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Vámonos de aquí y vamos ya a la salida normal y corriente. ¿Qué quiero salir ya del juego? Sale el juego, ¿no? De aquí, del contenido Ultra Deluxe. Vale, ya hemos visto todo, en verdad. Se llama circo.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
También lo hemos visto. El epílogo también lo hemos visto. Colecciones también lo hemos visto. Infinite Hall lo hemos visto. Y ahora vamos al Exit. Exit. Lo hemos visto todo, en verdad, ¿no? Del contenido Ultra Deluxe. Ha sido maravilloso, la verdad. Stanley Parable 2.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Sí. Ready to move on now?
Sí. Vámonos. 400 jugador, 427. Bueno, jugando. Empleado.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Sí. Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
A ver. Yo.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
Empieza por ahí.
Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I think here we go, version 2.
Whoa.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original
A ver,
game.
tío, me está dando la chapa
Would
otra
it
vez,
possibly work? I suppose
El botón
it
de
could,
omitir, ¿qué
but it
pasa,
would
tío?
need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Cómo? Y empieza de salir para Boldo. Vale, señores, vamos a dejarlo por aquí porque ahora eso es salir para Boldo. No entiendo nada. Vamos a dejarlo por aquí. Nos vemos mañana en el siguiente vídeo, no entiendo nada.